Recently, we've been seeing Kanye West bring us some really interesting insight from his business ventures. It's almost every day now that we see our feeds filled with pictures from Adidas brand managers and other executives with captions telling us a story of their own, all courtesy of Kanye. So what has the star been up to, you might ask? Don't worry, we'll tell you all about it. Firstly, we look at his feud with Adidas. It's almost every day now that we see Yeezy rail against the fashion giant Adidas, accusing them of more than one wrong. Kanye and Adidas released their first shoe all the way back in 2015, shortly after Mr. West lost his interest in the rival brand Nike. Not too long after that, in 2016, West and Adidas teamed up and signed a formal agreement, launching their extensive Yeezy Adidas shoe line. This shoe line would later take the contemporary fashion scene to another level with its most unique designs and collections. But despite its success, it looks like a falling out between these two entities might prove to be costly for the German apparel brand. Kanye, in a series of Instagram posts, has accused Adidas of stealing designs and colorways of different Yeezy shoes and selling them outside of the partnership as the brand's own creation. He also wrote about how he's directly taking the matter in front of a court if Adidas does not come up with an answer to his reservations with the brand. This puts the brand at risk of possibly having to either buy the Donda's artist venture or let him go with royalties. The amount of this trade-off can easily be north of $1 billion, as Kanye himself has hinted. He said, "It's gonna cost you billions to keep me, it's gonna cost you billions to let me go, Adidas. You stole my designs, among other things I'll give you on Tuesday. I'm not waiting 7 months to leave like the breach letter." Moving on, some notable names Kanye targeted. The star really put his foot down on some of the people who hold positions of power at Adidas. He specifically targeted Adidas CEO Kasper Rorsted, who is set to be leaving the company soon. His main reason for criticizing the brand is they copy Yeezy designs and sell them outside of their contract with them. Earlier this week, Kanye turned his focus on the senior vice president of Adidas, Daniel Cherry, and all of the members of the Adidas advisory board. It seems as if Ye is fed up with the brand betraying him and wants more creative control. But the star has decided to put this case forward to his fans, who have been the reason his fashion ventures have done so well. Whatever collection Yeezy releases sells out within minutes. Moreover, his ability to make new trends and innovate is also loved by people who wear his brand. He also went after his business partner, The Gap, suggesting that he isn't being fulfilled with the promises they made in their 10-year contract. He took no names but was visibly upset with The Gap not living up to its promises. We also saw some fan-based campaigns to only buy the shoes West approves of. This is being done in the spirit of the artist not being given due credit by the brand. Adding to this, Gap and Yeezy's new partnership. Earlier last year, we saw Kanye teaming up with the American fashion giant Gap for an exclusive clothing collection that was engineered by none other than Balenciaga. This one-of-a-kind clothing collection, on which not one but 3 brands were working, was done in order to make the Yeezy brand more accessible to the masses. West previously also stated he believes in making his clothes cheaper, but due to the production costs it takes him, he hasn't been able to do that so far. With this Gap collection, we saw his vision gradually coming into reality as he was able to reach a bigger audience and sell his clothing at a relatively lower price. But that wasn't all. Earlier this month, we saw him attack Gap on his Instagram posts. The star stated that the brand is not keeping its promise of allowing West to open Yeezy flagship stores across America. This was a vital clause from Kanye's point of view, as he was looking forward to getting rid of middlemen like Adidas and having more ownership over what he sells and creates. Furthermore, he also complained about how he found out that Gap held a meeting with Kanye West where the star himself wasn't invited. This behavior from brands like Gap and Adidas is not justified if we look at how much they've profited from his creations. It wasn't long ago when Gap stock went up by a significant percentage when they announced this 10-year deal with Yeezy. Now, in other news, let's look at what the star requires from his ventures. By this point, it's clear that as a big brand, if you're looking for a smooth sailing partnership, Kanye West is not the person for that. The main reason why the artist has numerous falling outs with his labels, Adidas, Gap, and Nike, is due to him demanding more creative control. He's been very vocal about the value he's bringing to his partnerships and expects to be compensated for that. For a creator like Ye, the creative freedom and, in turn, royalties from his creations mean more than anything. With his brand Yeezy, he doesn't see a regular run-of-the-mill apparel brand. Instead, he wants to build something that influences the fashion world and is generational by the time the star passes it down to his kids. Hence, it makes sense why he gets so defensive over what he thinks he should be given. Numerous stars have in the past supported Ye over this longing struggle for ownership of intellectual property. With recent applause from producers like Swizz Beatz and Sean Combs aka Diddy, it just shows that the support support he enjoys is massive. So by the end of his deal with The Gap, we can see him owning multiple retail stores across America, something which is only a dream for the star right now. Coming up, should we be expecting new music? It seems as if not too long ago, West released his much-awaited album Donda with features from some big names in the industry. The project was an absolute favorite and is still in the top 200 charts. But after that, the rapper announced the sequel to his album called Donda 2. He even hosted a listening party in Miami where he pleased the crowd with some unfinished songs from his upcoming album. Unfortunately though, it seems that with the rapper caught up with his legal battles and other ventures, we might not be getting new music from the star anytime soon. But it would be worth mentioning that there have been a couple of instances this year where the star was spotted at recording studios, so all hope isn't lost for his fans and we might just get Donda 2 or another music project from the artist. Recently in the music industry, Ye's name has been making rounds due to his feud with his longtime friend and co-rapper Kid Cudi, with Kanye continuously trolling his fellow star by sharing fan-made memes. While for some fans this was just a friendly banter, others were gutted as they might never see the two talented performers ever collaborate again. Lastly, we look at the star's relationship with their family. Over the last year, we saw Kanye having a very rocky personal life due to his divorce talks with his ex-wife Kim Kardashian. During this time, we saw the star publicly attacking his ex-wife over issues such as the custody of his children. Not only that, but Ye famously also got into another feud with Pete Davidson. This happened when Pete started dating his ex-wife. Now that they've broken up, it seems as if Kanye is ready to turn a new leaf over in his life. The star, in a recent Instagram post of his kids, told us about all the trouble with his brand. Yeezy is because he wants to make something generational and pass it down to his kids. Moreover, we also saw Kim promote the new Yeezy visor glasses on her social media handles. So it could be possible that the star is now on better terms with his ex, and that allows him to have a clear and focused mind when he's innovating in the music and fashion circles. The love he has for his family is something he regularly reinforced over the course of his music discography, with multiple songs and whole albums in which he goes deep into the sort of life he lives behind the camera. Going forward, we can wish the star all the very best for his future endeavors and that he finally gets the peace he's looking for in his personal life, so that he can bless his fans with more and better musical projects and fashion releases. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of these recent Instagram posts by the star? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.